Welcome to Todd and Tazzy Tuesdays. A Bunny Hugs and Mental Health production.
You know, I have no problems listening to people telling me if I do something wrong, but yet if somebody tells me I'm right, oh, this person's mentally ill.
Right. What do they know? They don't know I'm an idiot yet.
You don't know the real me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know the real me, I don't think.
Yeah. I wonder if that's a trust issue. I don't know what the hell, man. It's weird. Stupid brains. Stupid brain.
Stupid brain.
Yep. Right. Good.
I needed to be more than I lost my manual for my brain, and so
it keeps changing.
I can't even figure out how to turn my door camera on and off. So I don't know if I could be able to be trusted with the instructions to my brain. Right?
Did you used to know how to turn your door camera on and off, or was that always an issue?
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Right. I don't mean to laugh, but right. That's
actually
that's an accurate response.
I didn't mean to get a laugh there, but that was pretty funny by accident. Right? Yeah.
That seems like the obvious answer. Nothing.
Oh. Well, I love it when things happen by accident. Like a while ago, everything's yesterday to a comedian, but a little while ago, I'm hanging out with this other comedian. We did a show. This lady came up, and I have, as you know, I can't hear very well, and it's getting kind of worse. And so I tried hearing aids, and now everything was really loud, and I still couldn't hear anything. It was louder. And so this lady came up to me and said, "You're awesome." I said, "Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate very much for saying that. Thank you for taking the time to tell me that, because a lot of people wouldn't take the time to tell me that, and that's how I'm going to grow as a speaker and a comedian. I appreciate you very much. Much love from my family to yours. Have a great day." And she leaves, but she kind of looks kind of like weirded out, and I'm like, "What the hell did I do?" Well, and so the other comedian says to me, "That was a weird way to handle it." I go, "Why was that a weird way to handle it?" She goes, "Well, what do you think she said?" I said, "Well, that lady said, 'Tazz, you're awesome.'" She goes, "No, she said, 'Tazz, you're an asshole.'" Like, no better way, right? No better way. There's no way I could have handled that any better. She goes, "'Tazz, you're an asshole." I say, "Hey, thank you very much for letting me know. Not a lot of people would take the time to let me know that. And that's how I'm going to grow as a speaker and a comedian. Have yourself a great day. Lots of love from my family to yours." And there's no better way. I was accidentally awesome. You know?
Well, I love how that response that you gave was fitting for both.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, maybe you should just use that response.
She just
for everything.
Yeah. You know that you were speeding? Thank you very much for letting me know, officer. A lot of people wouldn't stop me and let me know that I was going. If you could just let me know. Perfect. Thanks. Now I'm going to grow as a human being. Thank you very much. Have yourself a great day. Lots of love on my. What's the gun for?
You know what? That's gratitude. Gratitude maybe is the response you should give to everything.
You know what? It really should be, but we can't. Right?
I don't know why I found that fun. You and I can't. Yeah, that should be, but we can't.
A lot of people can't take criticism, especially now, right?
Yeah.
I said to this girl, "That's a neat choice for a shirt." And yesterday, and she was like, "I go, whoa! Before you get all wound up, I just thought it was really cool. Obviously, you made that shirt yourself. I love the color combination. It's an interesting color combination. I never thought like yellows and pinks would go together, but oh my gosh, they do. That's awesome.
Next time, wear a bra." No, sorry. I'll stop interrupting.
Yeah. No, and I just said, so she was, but right away, her go-to was like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "I'm not." I said, somebody's obviously stood on a high chair and pissed in your cornflakes at some point in time to make you get that much of a visceral answer.
You know what the problem was?
No.
You had to shave, like the dog.
Oh, that's right. I like the dog.
Yeah. If you would have shaved and came back, said the same things.
They came back and she was like, "Oh, I like my shirt." But I think our go-to is pissed off lately, as opposed to listening, right? Now, we can't have the same, like if you and I have the same ideas, we're friends. But if for some reason you have an idea and I have an idea and they're different, we have to be enemies now. When did that start? when did it start that I can't be friends with people that I go, yeah, I don't believe that. I have friends. I have friends that are this supporter and that supporter, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not. Right? Hey, hat out. Well, don't try to convince me. That's fine. I don't need you to try to convince me. I've looked at what I needed to look at, and came to my own conclusions. Right?
Mm-hmm. I have a theory on that, and George Carlin was part of that theory.
Yeah,
because we're online, you're hiding behind a monitor or whatever, and groups are terrible, individuals are amazing. And it's when you have one-on-one conversations with people face to face, you can have these disagreements, or not even disagreements, you can just not have the same agreements, really, and be civil and really respect each other. But
disagreement's a disagreement. You don't have to hate somebody because you disagree.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You can have your separate opinions, but still be amazing. And, but yeah, when you get, it's like when you're online though, it becomes very us versus them, and it's very polarizing and divisive. And I think I said that word right. Divisive, divisionally.
Yeah. Separational.
Yeah. And I mean, the internet's amazing too. Talk about polarizing. It's like the internet, of all the wonderful things that it brings, it also brings the extremes.
Oh, of course.
And yeah,
we have all those. Is this blue or red, or is this dress this or this? I always put, it's a Ford F-150 1978. I'm not very good at this, right? I put that in all of them. Doesn't matter.
No, what I put. Don't you hate pants? It's a Simpsons quote, but yeah, and then
don't you hate pants? Though it's funny that you said that. Somebody asked me the other day, if I won the $2 billion in the United States lottery, would you buy Facebook and shut it down? I went, nope. I would buy it, but I would make sure that everybody had to get a new username that was their phone number and address, and see how many people still said the shite that they do when everybody knows where to find them, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody's going to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if they do, you don't go to their house. I mean, like that person's that person's waiting to be part of a documentary.
Yeah, they're in a foxhole in their front yard.
Where's your fox in backyard? What? But how are you doing? I know that you were not feeling well, like physically. How's your brain doing?
A little better now that I'm physically better.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of change in the last, since July, between moving.
Well, you guys moved and
we lost a family member.
Lost a family member. That's not the reason you moved, but I mean, it's a hard thing, right?
Yeah.
As well.
I mean, we had the funeral, and the next day we were moving, so it was like,
oh my gosh,
like the two most stressful things in life on the same weekend.
Yeah.
Plus our son, our youngest, graduated, and it's just a lot of change, and as you know,
positive and challenging, right? I mean,
potentially
him
positive.
Graduating was lovely, and then somebody passes, and then you got to get in the car, and it is really a metaphor for life, though, right? That person's gone, on with our own life, right? And we always feel guilty about having to move forward.
Feel guilty in those moments of grief. It's like it's so frustrating that the world keeps turning. It's like, can't we just hit pause for like 12 hours just for us to like soak some shit in for a bit and then hit play again? But no, it's like, oh my God, we have to make breakfast again. We have to eat again. We have to go to work again. We have to do, let the dogs out. It's like, I just want to hit pause on everything.
Well, there's times where I don't even know if I can breathe right now.
Right. And
you're asking me to live?
Yeah. Just, you want me to keep going?
Somebody said, oh, why can't the earth just stop for me right now? And because everybody'd fly off and die, because like if the earth ever stopped, we'd be like zooming around, right? Because there's no gravity and there's none of this and none of that.
Yeah.
And death is hard. I treat death a little bit differently. Like, I believe we come back in another life and that sort of stuff, kind of the whatever belief system that is. And you can, if you want to debate me on this, you can send an email, but I won't answer it.
Give me your phone number and address.
Yeah, have your phone number and address, baby. Because and so I treat death a little bit different. Okay, I'm sad that person's dying. Let's have a Kaylee. Let's have a wake or whatever you want to do, and then okay, I'm good. You know, my friend Kathleen McGee, who is a comedian, she passed away, and it hit me really, really hard because she was younger than me by a decade and a little bit, I figure, and or maybe I don't really know. She looked so young, but
it was cancer, right?
Cancer, and then she decided, no, I'm going to do the cancer saving stuff, but I'm also going to get on every show I can get on, and that. And she had a great line. She said, she's on stage at was it Winnipeg Comedy Festival? I can't remember, and she said, "Well, I'm dying of cancer." The place goes, "Oh," she goes, "Oh, look how sad you guys all are, and you don't even know me. I'm the one that has to tell people I care about."
Mm-hmm.
It was just like that, right? It's just she just did that, and then so I'm okay with people dying. I know that I think I'm okay with people dying because I kind of for a long time there wished that somebody would come and take me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember when COVID hit and I lost everything. I didn't lose everything. I lost a lot of money, and I lost my house, and I lost my cars, and but I had my boys, and I lost my marriage at that time, but I still have my boys, and my boys are my life. Everything else in the world is quite secondary, to be honest with you. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I'm not going to harm myself, but hey, universe, if you wanted to give me another heart attack, I'd probably take a lot longer making the phone call.
Do you consider that a suicidal thought?
It's definitely a suicidal thought.
Mm-hmm.
There's a special word for it. It's suicide by whatever, laziness. I don't know. But I consider that a suicidal thought. Yeah. I consider anything that makes you not want to be here a suicidal thought. Now, do my views reflect those of others? I don't give a shit because these are my views.
No,
until I hear a better view, I'm going to stick with this one.
No, I agree. Suicidal thoughts are definitely a spectrum from I want to kill myself to I hope I don't wake up tomorrow. Yeah. Or I want everyone to leave me. Or if I have a heart attack, I'll wiggle to the phone. I won't crawl to the phone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So watch another episode of whatever I'm watching. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. Chicago PD. Oh, is this Chicago? I'll watch people get saved, but I won't.
Yeah, I gotta IMDb that actor first.
It is. They were in that Bond movie. God, I knew that in my brain. That's nice.
Okay, now back to the phone.
Yeah. And I mean, we're people that are listening. We're making light of it so that you laugh about it, so that the dopamine is there, and then it's okay for you to handle the fact we're talking about wanting to kill ourselves, right? And that's what I do with my show. I make you laugh, and you get the dopamine, and then I talk to you, and the scary part's not as scary anymore, right?
Yeah.
I said that to my son the other day. Why do you do that? And I go, well, if you're going to get attacked by a werewolf, it's best to do so with a popsicle. Like, what? I go, well, you get a great popsicle. The werewolf is very scary, but not as scary as without the great popsicle. Well, the great popsicle is not going to help anything. I go, I know.
A spoonful of sugar? Well, but it's true. I mean, this is something I'm just dealing with now with YouTube, and talking about mental health. So you and I like to normalize it because the fucking matter of fact is everyone has suicidal thoughts, and no one talks about it openly and candidly, or in general, people don't.
Very few people do.
So we do it. I put it on YouTube. YouTube demonetizes or wants to shut down that video because I said the word suicide.
Yeah.
It's like, you fuckheads.
Unalive.
Yeah.
Unalive. It's such a big bag of bullshit, really, is what it is.
Make your next move with American Express Business Platinum. You'll get 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com. Plus, enjoy access to the American Express Global Lounge Collection. And with the welcome offer of 150,000 points, your business can soar to all new heights. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum. Amex Business Platinum, built for business by American Express.
Kroger Delivery has one mission: to deliver the freshest food right to your door. That's why our drivers are pros. Our trucks are refrigerated. And when it comes to low prices, we always deliver. With $20 off your first order of $75 or more, there's no better time to get in on the action. Mission accomplished. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Yeah, they demonetize it because you're too lazy to have a proper algorithm that says, are you talking about saving people from suicide by saying the word suicide?
Even then, because you can self.
Oh no, but they don't have that algorithm.
No, they don't. No,
that's the part I'm saying.
Right.
And here's the deal, right? Is that it's just because they are worried about lawsuits and they're worried about things like that, and people do that all the time. Everything has a different name now. Oh, unalive or da-da-da-da. I used to be a bouncer. You know what they would call me now? An intoxicated patron transferal technician, because it's
concussion machine.
Concussion machine.
That explains a lot of it.
No. We have. Sorry, there's no room in the inn.
Man, my dad used to be a bouncer.
Just to let you know, this keeps things crazy hot. I just burnt right down to my arsehole. That's not good. Oh my God, I think I have to get that re-sleeved.
Well, you're using the wrong orifice to pour it.
That's hot. Holy crap. Oh, it's better than the other day. I did a Zoom, and I hadn't done a Zoom show for a long time, right? It was great. And so I'm doing a Zoom show, and I grabbed the water, and I took, I think, what I thought was water. I'm like, oh, that was fuzzy. I'm like, and it was the one that I had there for like almost a year, was down here festering with some juice in it or something, and the water one was right over there. So now, yeah. So it was...
free antibiotics.
Oh, yeah. Oh, free antibiotics. So how did your brain become good? Well, actually, what happened was, indubitably, I was thinking, what happened?
Indubitably.
Kind of weird. Indubitably, I have some funny molds in my...
Sounds like my son's desk. I'll go in there to get him for supper, and there's literally like 30 empty cans on his desk. I'm like, dude, every day I come down here and tell you, bring up your fucking cans.
Yeah. Oh, we have mice in the house, and... so I went down to Beastie and I said, nothing stays down here that has had food in it or has food in it. And why? I go, because this is day 4. I caught a mouse in the same place every time. Clack. At night I can hear it. I'm like, okay, well, there's another one. Go get it in the morning. Right? Okay. And so it's just, I don't understand. This isn't a garage sale.
I was the same way when I was his age, I have to admit.
I wasn't. At 15, I was on my own. I guess I was. So.
Wow, 15.
15, yeah. 15 at a decommissioned hotel. I was staying there. It was still had lights and heat and water and stuff. It just was, it was going to be torn down in a few months, so they let me stay there for 8 months, I think it was. So
Jesus.
I was doing the guys that own the restaurant in front, it was still going, so they let us do that until they were able to tear it down and then build condos and stuff there. So
this in Winnipeg?
Saskatoon, actually.
Oh, okay.
I was born in Regina, raised in Saskatoon.
What was the name of the hotel?
Was it Greystone Hotel, I think, maybe, or something like that? I don't remember.
I used to play in bands, and we'd stay in Saskatoon once in a while for shows.
Oh, yeah. You probably stayed at the Capri.
No. We would stay at the Senator and the King George. Senator. Or the King...
Yeah, the King George.
Is it? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and we tell other people where we're staying, and they're like, they actually have rooms there?
Nothing wrong with the Senator. The Senator was fine. The Senator was okay. It had one really nice room. I stayed in there, and then the rest were all like, oh, who was stabbed here?
Yeah.
And then the Capri, I bounced at the Capri underage for years, and that was a huge... they hired me and didn't let me know that one day they were a full-fledged biker bar. And then on Monday, they were a top 40 bar, and you can't let bikers in. I'm like, okay, I go now. I knew a bunch of the bikers through my dad, and they didn't kill me.
They just took over a different hotel.
Yep.
Yeah, the King George was interesting. Wow, there was probably 10 of us all passed out in this one room because we brought all our friends to party too, and wake up on the floor, and I opened my eyes and I could see under the bed. And it's just full of like cigarette butts and sunflower seeds, and like they vacuum around the bed. They don't move the bed. I'm just like, oh my god, why is my head stuck?
This is not my cigarette. Yeah.
Well, okay. So then I turn my head this way and I see my buddy get up and he grabbed a 2-liter thing of Pepsi, and there was a bit of Pepsi on the bottom, and he's hungover and he's like glug 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 glug. Something hits his lip. And another guy in the room was putting his cigarette butts in there all night, and he did.
I've done that. I think this is my beer. No. My beer's not export plane.
Yeah, there were some good times when we were abusing things.
Yeah, I mean, I miss being young, and I miss being like I was in crazy great shape and strong as hell. And I'll tell you something, I miss people being afraid of me, to be honest with you, sometimes, because
it's that arm's length thing.
When I said something, they back down, and now they're just like, you fat, you're like a grape with a hat, buddy. You know, so
you're a fruit of the loom.
Yeah. Fruit of the doom is what I am. But you know, I'm happy with where my life is now, where I'm able to work and get invited to work and get accolades, you know, and I've got a wife who just loves me, all of me, the broken part too, and my boys who understand me, and I've got some great fans and friends, and I wouldn't change anything right now. I just wish I loved myself a little bit more, a lot more. I wish I loved myself. To the point where I'd give myself the same break I give people that are struggling.
Have you ever?
Not really.
Yeah. Even when you were strong
I
and
hold
scaring
myself
people.
to a standard that not even God could probably achieve.
Todd?
God.
Oh.
There's a difference. You're real.
Am I?
He just disappears.
Fuck. Fucking brain injury.
Turns out he's been talking to the fish tank the entire time. That's nice. That fish looks like an asshole.
Jeez. I mean, you're still quick. You may not remember being quick, but you are still quick.
Yeah. Everything but momentum. That's what. My words are quick. My body's not so much. My body's more Nestle quick.
Is that something that you're having a hard time accepting as getting older? I know my parents are at that age.
Yeah, so much, brother. Like, yeah. Everything hurts sometimes, and I just can't, you know. When did I not be able to eat that, right? It's like the time my meds weren't working, and they said, "Oh, tell me what's your." That's not a good impression of my doctor, but tell me what's your, tell me your diet. So I tell her, and I said, "Okay, this and this and this and this." The doctor goes, "I don't see anything wrong," and the nurse goes, "Exactly how much grapefruit juice are you drinking?" I said, "Oh, probably 3 liters a day or something." She goes like, "So there's your problem."
Good Lord.
Grapefruit juice negates a lot of medications.
Vitamin C's, yeah.
I was like, what?
It's true, yeah. I learned that about my Concerta.
I was trying to get healthy.
Yeah, I just read that about Concerta. If you have a bunch of vitamin C, anything with vitamin C, as you're taking your Concerta, it's harder for your blood to absorb the medication.
Absorb it, yeah.
Huh. So here you were.
How are you finding your Concerta?
I
told my dresser.
Oh, fuck you! I was opening my mouth to say something smart ass like that. You took it from me.
I beat the ass to the smart assy part.
But seriously, I do find it. I mean, especially when I first started taking it, it was like, holy shit! It was like, boing. Now I think
I am the very model of the modern major general. And all the things we will go to fight historical marathon, Waterloo, and all I only know that because it's weird. I can remember that, but I can't remember. I barely remember having
where you are.
You had via Thai,
right?
So it was, and I think that was probably 10 or 11 when we had to learn that.
Right. Anyway, I find my Concerta to be pretty good.
Yeah, my Beastie, both Beastie and Josh are on it. I can't go on Concerta because it affects my heart somehow. I don't know. I took some and I was like, oh, it was just, Lisa's like, something's wrong. I go, I know, but I can focus. Yeah, but something's wrong with your heart. I know, but I can focus. I can only focus on the fact that I think I might be having a heart attack right now. So,
right, exactly.
So yeah, I haven't been able to find something that hasn't that be working. It'd be neat to figure out. I can't imagine. See, there you go. That's an ADD moment. I can't be. There's a lot of 3 dots in people's conversations with me. I can't imagine what kind of production machine I would be if I could focus.
Mm-hmm.
I get shit done now, and it's like trying to juggle cats in a hurricane with a tornado coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then your ass is on fire, so you got to juggle, pat, right? And it's just crazy.
Yeah, I find, because you hear some people say, "Oh, ADHD, it's my superpower," and it's like, fuck you.
Really?
Yeah.
So sleeping mine then, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, I get it. There are some really cool things about being neurodivergent, but
I mean, I'm not gonna poop on it because my superpower is ADHD because my brain works differently than other people's brains.
Exactly, but it comes with this other shit. So it's very polarizing. It's like my whole life is like that. There's no gray. It's all or nothing. It's just like my ADHD.
It might be. You might be might be your superpower, but you're not attending the right things to use your superpower. And sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Hey, there's a truck on fire, but I am looking for kitties. Right?
It's like, here's your superpower and kryptonite at the same time. Here, hold this. It's like, okay, what do I do now? Yeah. And I think some people that say it's a superpower because it's also, what's that phrase, nature and nurture. Like some people are raised by artists, so then they have nothing but free range to be as flaky as they want to be or whatever. And but if you live in with a blue collar family and you're trying to make it in society and be a manager and learn things, then it's not a superpower.
If you're an artist, good for you. Awesome.
Yeah.
If you're doing anything that involves heavy machinery that can take off limbs, ADHD is not for you.
Yeah, when you have a manager saying, you're supposed to be here at 7, asshole. And it's like, oh yeah.
I'd love to be there at 7, but my watch is on the hand that I cut off earlier, so sorry.
Or I purposely stayed up late till 2 o'clock in the morning because I wanted to. And
well, I didn't want to, right? Because time doesn't move for me. I can watch 4 more episodes. It'll only be 14 minutes. Right?
Yeah. And you forgot it all. Now.
I forgot it all.
Yeah.
I could have just been watching a picture.
Well, you may as well cancel your internet. Just get a picture book.
If I canceled my internet, I couldn't be on your show.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, okay. Don't cancel it. You can just look at a picture of me and talk to me. Think you were on my show.
Yeah, I'm not going to be staring at a picture of you. No offense.
Not taken.
I think what we do is important. I think what we do is needed. And I hate the fact that it's important and needed.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of losing people. We lost somebody and we didn't even realize we had lost him until I went to Google him and it said celebration of life for Jono. And I'm like, oh my God, because he took his life because he was not well. And here, anybody that's listening or reading this or reading this, whatever, you know what the hell I mean. Don't wait for celebrations of life to tell people how important they are to your world. I mean, I told Kath probably 10 or 15 times throughout the year how much I loved her and I love what she's doing and things like that. And take a moment to remind yourself how important you are. Todd, you're incredibly important to our life. We've only met a few times in really, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're incredibly important to my ecosystem, brother. You're incredibly important to my family. You're part of my world. And when you are hurting, you reach out and I'll help you if I can. And I say if I can because sometimes I'm hurting at the same time you are, and I just can't. But I'll listen to you, and then I'll go, luxury. Listen, here's what's happening to me, right? But I appreciate you, and I'm glad you have this podcast and this for if no other reason to teach people what bunny hugs are. But don't ever forget that, man.
Yeah, well, same, buddy.